Shall we start? Shall we start?
Yes, it's 8, I think.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to you all with greetings. I am Ashok Gokhale from India, Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, and it's my pleasure to be the first speaker of the day. A very warm welcome to you all in this pre-charter meeting number 35 of our Toastmaster Club, Chalk and Duster. As every club has, we too have the mission. The mission of our Toastmaster is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has an opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Let me reiterate a few ground rules. Please be on video. Please be on mute. When asked, unmute yourself. And when done, please mute yourself once again. And also avoid speaking unwanted words and talking on unwanted topics. And with this, and with you all, let me invite, and let me take this pleasure to invite a dynamic personality who is striving hard to remove this word pre-charter from our club status. So let me with you all invite the dynamic personality and presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Raj Bharat. Over to you, Raj.
Thank you so much, Ashok, the Sergeant at Arms, for today's meeting. Thank you so much. Please give huge round of applause to him first. Greetings, everyone. I am Raj Bharat, your presiding officer for today. I welcome you all in pre-charter meeting number 35 of Chalk and Duster Toastmasters Club. As Sergeant at Arms Ashok rightly said, we have to remove the word pre in our meeting number, and definitely we are going to have very soon. I can recollect one short story. There was a small boy, or we can say kid. He had habit of winning everything. Especially in the race, he used to win all the race. Once there was a competition, and in that competition, he was winning back to back, and he won the final of that race. After winning the final, he went to his mentor and asked, I won everything. What do you say for me now? His mentor said, to win last attempt or last race. The boy was at the starting line of a race with two persons. One person was very weak and another person was blind. When the race started, boy won the race. But no one was clapping in that race for him. And that boy thought, why no one is clapping for me in this winning? He went to his mentor and asked, why no one is clapping for me? His mentor said, try to win this race with both your competitor. This time, the boy folded the hand of that big person and the blind person and finished the race together. This time, every audience clapped a lot for that boy. Boy asked to the mentor, why this time audience is clapping for me? I did not win the race. Then his mentor replied, you had won much more than the race today because you took care of the two person which was weak and blind, and you won together with all of them. So dear friends, in the life, although we have the habit of winning, but we should not leave behind those persons who need our support and our help. With this, I leave you this thought, and we will love to listen. No one introduction from one of the guests. So any guest who are joining very first time today, kindly introduce yourself. Anyone. Vidyasri, would you like to? Sandeep,
Hello.
Dasarath, yeah.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Myself,
Good evening.
Dashrath. I'm from the Mumbai. I'm audible, right?
Yes, Dasarath, you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah, myself, Dashrath. I'm from the Mumbai. I'm working as a HR and admin manager. So I have a rich experience of 15 years plus. I'm in the field of communication. I'm trying to be in the mentor. I've done train the trainer course, and the past 2 years I've invested myself heavily in developing my communication and my skill as a trainer. So that's all about myself in short.
Great. Thank you so much, Dasarath, for joining. And I'm very sure you will have a great learning today in the meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome. Also, we would like to announce that we have new member who have joined our club, Toastmaster Praveen, who is joining us from Delhi. So welcome Praveen to the club.
Yes, thank you, Raj sir, for the warm welcome, and it feels great to be part of the club. Thank you all.
Thank you. Great. Awesome. Now let's take the meeting forward and let me invite the master of ceremony for today. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah. The master of ceremony for today is a great international personality. He is a speaker, facilitator, mindfulness coach, grateful expert, and distinguished Toastmaster. So let's invite Master of Ceremony, distinguished Toastmaster Von Eric to take this meeting forward. Distinguished Toastmaster Von, over to you.
Thank you, Raj, our club founder and sponsor. It's an honor to be here, and I'm excited to be your master of ceremony. And I'm here to lead the meeting until the end. But before that, we will have a few exercise. I believe on the power of continuity. So we will have continue what Sugat started last week. Remember the few exercise? Okay, let's have an energy. Okay? We want to have a positive energy. Okay? So just an exercise using your head. Okay, I'll start. Okay, if everybody can follow me. Your right, turn your head to the right, go back to the left, upward, downward. Okay, one more time to have an energy and to have an exercise so that the flow of energy will continue throughout the meeting. To the left, to the right, upward, downward. Okay, let's do a little changes on that one. When I say to the left, turn your head to the right. And when I say to the right, turn your head to the left. So it's just a reverse. The purpose is for you to think before you act. Remember, think before you act. That's where the energy, positive thinking. Okay, let's start. To the left, front, to the right, front, to the right. Okay, so it's just a reverse. Okay, so the secret is think first before you react. Just like in the game of chess, I'm an avid fan of chess. So before you move, you think. And that involves listening skill. That's why we are here in Toastmasters, because we are practicing our listening skills. The next criteria of this meeting, of course, as what Sugat said last week, wear that smile. Smiling gives a positive outlook, and you are creating that positive energy. And in return, you are receiving positive energy. So that's important. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for your participation. And moving forward, I will be your master of ceremony. And I would like to continue by calling our timer. Our timer is a mindset transformation coach, and he's a pillar of this club. May I call on our dear friend Pradeep? Take it away.
Thank you very
What will be
much.
your role?
Thank you very much, DTM Juan, for this great, positive, warm welcome with all the exercises. So you have made us very, very alert and active. Thank you. So greetings, Mr. and Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. As a timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and the red cards or the display on the background, which denote specific time remaining. So for table topic speakers, they should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. So at the end of 1 minute, you'll be able to see a green display on the background. At the end of 1.5 minutes, a yellow display. And at the end of 2 minutes, I'll be raising a red display in the background. So those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech limits, especially for the icebreaker speech. There will be 4 to 6 minutes in length. So at the end of 4 minutes, there will be a green display. At the end of 5 minutes, there will be a yellow display. And at the end of 6 minutes, there will be a red display. So most other speeches should be between 5 to 7 minutes. And the individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. So at the end of 2 minutes, there will be a green display. At the end of 2.5 minutes, a yellow display. And at the end of 3 minutes, I will raise a red display. Thank you very much to DTM Vaughan. It's over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pradeep, our dear friend. Thank you. What I would like to say about our timer tonight, he is very calm. The very first time I hear him speaking, wow, what a beautiful voice, very calm. Thank you very much. And you actually mentioned the detail. Thank you very much for that. Okay, moving on, I would like to call on our grammarian. Our grammarian is a soft skill trainer at Oriental University, also a charter member of our family. I would like to introduce our grammarian for tonight, Shelby. Shelby, take it away.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, DTM One. So, when introduced by when we are talking about the grammarian, I must tell you that as a grammarian, it will be my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words which you are using. So, you have to be very careful, yeah, any quotes you are saying, any sayings, or any thoughts. The purpose of this is not to tell you that you're wrong, but the purpose of this is to improve ourselves so that we can be excellent in whenever we are talking. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So, for today's meeting, the word of the day is give me a minute and let me share my screen. The word of the day for today is construe. Is my screen visible? Okay, so construe, as we can very well understand, that this has been arrived from the word construction. So it is a Latin word. And when we talk about construe, as it is being written over here, to analyze the arrangement and connection of words in a sentence, or to understand or explain the sense or intention of something in a particular way. As it has been shown here, the teacher asks the student to construe the Greek philosopher's statement. That means the teacher asks the student to understand or to identify the intention of Greek philosopher's statement. Right? The website provides medical information, but that information should not be construed as a diagnosis. So the website provides the medical information, but that information should not explain or should not be taken as the sense or with the intention of diagnosis. All right. I hope I've been able to clear this thing. And when I talk about phrase of the day, because grammarian even introduces phrase of the day, I have thought about today's topic, pause and reflect. And among various phrases, I got this phrase, hold the line. That is, stick to one's practices and plans and not to surrender to the pressure of tough situation. I am not sure that what our President, Madam Lucky Daftar, is going to talk about, but I'm very sure it is going to relate with the topic what we are talking. So hold the line. That means we shall never surrender to the wrong situation. If we will try, we will succeed. And that shall be the talisman of our life, I really believe. All right. So I think let's move ahead to the ceremony. Yes, but few of the things which I would like to do is that each speaker should use the word of the day, that is construe, and you can even use hold the line as the phrase while you're talking. You can use this in your table topic master, you can use it in your prepared speech, you can use this. And at the end of the meeting, when I will be called upon, I'll be giving the grammarian report where I'll be talking on the usage of the word of the day also and other areas of improvement. So thank you so much. It's all yours again, master of the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelby, for providing the word of the day and the praise of the day. So let's hold the line. Remember to use the word of the day once through in our speeches. And I'm going to remind myself also to use. So let's hold the line, continue to smile, continue to have that positive energy towards others. And then again, you'll be receiving a positive energy if you will continue to smile. And of course, we are now in our important part of our ceremony and meeting, the prepared speech. Before that, I would like to remind everyone to listen attentively. Our speaker for tonight is a member of Toastmasters since February 2019. His profession, technical expert in Daimler Truck Innovation Center in India. He's working on his pathway, the visionary communication level 5. This is a project 1. The project is develop your vision. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. 5 at green, 6 yellow, 7 red. The title of his speech, Extended Life. Extended Life, Jaising, Extended Life. Over to you.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. First, before I go ahead, I want to confirm is my audio video is clear? Perfect. If my audio video is not clear, then how can my vision will be clear? Am I right? Perfect. Thank you. So good evening all. I spent more than 6 months time to construct my mission, my vision, and the reason was simple. Reason was simple because I don't want to just wander in the desert without any vision, without any point in my heart. But first, let me tell you why I decided my vision, how I worked upon it, and then I will tell you what is my vision. Maybe that will help you to understand more. First thing, how many of you are aware after retirement, maybe some people die within 5 years, some people die within 10 years. But how many of you here, even after retirement, that guy was living for more than 40 years? Very few example. Perfect. Then the second, when we retire, then what are the challenges we are facing? Or the statement from the dying person. What was this? I have never spent good time with my family. Am I right? This type of statement we hear. But that is for the dying person. But if you asking for the living, then he will say, "Oh, I missed to save enough money for my living. I spent my whole money in my children education, for my social life." Am I right? Everyone is doing this mistake. Third point. Third, why people are facing problems, challenges. They are not aware after 60 what they have to do. No work. Because in a company maybe they are the director, but after leaving the company, even you will also get this same respect from the people who are selling the vegetables. Am I right? They never differentiate between a director or an engineer, or let's say the blue collar person. They will sell you in the same value. Am I right? Whatever the experience you had, it's your. I don't care about it. Potato is 30 means it's 30. Doesn't matter you are blue collar or white collar. It's happening. So when I spend my most of my time in this one, then I decided to set a vision of my life. The vision of my life is life with a peace in the Himalayan valley after my retirement. That extended life I want. I don't want to die within 65 or 70 years of age. No, 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 I never want this thing. Never. But what I have to do in this case? What are the challenges and how I can overcome? Let me tell you. Today I am 39 years of old. Just today I celebrated my birthday, and 38 to 39 I am here. So I am having approx 20 years with me. So what I decided? First thing, what I need? Money. I need money because only these 30-40 years I am earning, or maybe let's say only 21 year more I will earn. But I have to spend money for maybe 30 years more. Maybe I will die in 90 or maybe 100 I will cross. Who is responsible for this? I am responsible. I will take the charge. So first thing, the money I will save for myself. I started systematic investment plannings. I started to save money in fixed deposits, and I started to buy some good assets which could save me. Okay. First point. The second, everyone is regret about it. I bought a big house in Bangalore. I bought a really big house in Pune, and today I'm not able to sell it. And I need money. Hey, why have you spent this much? You have to be focused. Whatever the required, spend today and save money. Plan one asset near to the place where you have to live. Second thing, I decided in Himachal Pradesh I will take my new home. That I decide. The second thing is crystal clear. Third thing, I'm not a Baba or motivational speaker who just relax and sit in a corner and someone will come in my ashram. It will never happen, and I never planned for this. But still I need something not to earn money even at that time, or to spend time. I need something. So I decided. I decided to be a great author. I decided to be a great speaker, a keynote speaker, or a motivation speaker, whom once or twice in a month someone will call me in their college or maybe in industry. That will keep me moving, that will keep me running, that will keep me updated with the market. So three things I decided. First thing, money. Second thing, what? Asset. Yes. And the third thing, a new skill which helped me after 60. So that all together, if I plan properly with the help of distinguished Toastmaster and the senior and the junior, everyone, after getting all the feedbacks, I know my mission, a life with the peace in the Himalayan valley, that will definitely happen. And let me telling you frankly, I'm just holding the line and I will not change my vision. I will not change it at any cost. Because that I decided, I continue with my vision and I will keep going ahead with this. With this, let me give control back to our master of ceremony. Thank you.
Let's give a warm up applause to our speaker tonight. Very great point. Very great point. While listening to you, I construed that yes, time is very relevant for our mission and vision. And of course, we are here to look forward to that mission and hold the line and continue achieving our goals. So, best wishes to you, Jai. Thank you very much for your speech tonight. You enlighten us and you give us an inspiration to hold the line. Okay, moving on. After we listen to the prepared speech of our dear Toastmaster, Jai, I love your shirt, by the way, with the logo of Toastmasters. I love that. How I wish I can have that later on. I'm going to buy one for myself. It's time for thinking and active listening because we are going to have our table topics. And I will give the floor to our table topic master, a lifelong learner from Bangladesh. He's passionate into self-growth and self-development. And I'm impressed with his vision to become a great speaker and a great inspirational and motivator in the future. Please help me welcome our table topic master, Imran. Imran, the floor is all yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Master of the Ceremony. Am I audible? Yes, thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, Master of the Ceremony, and dear guests. The purpose of table topic is to have members practice and thinking on their feet. The table topic master helps you to speak impromptu. It will help you to develop your four communication skill, which is listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. To help you out today, I have some few topics. So Toastmaster Club have a tradition of getting as many people to speak in a meeting as possible. So I request all of you to give a try. It will help you to challenge your fear, to help you improve too. And also I request all the members to use word of the day, which is construe, and the phrase of the day, hold the line. Request all to construe your positive insights, your speech, and I cheer you to hold. I cheer you to hold the line. So I request everyone to raise your hand who want to volunteer yourself, who want to be the first speaker for today's table topic segment. By the way, I have a bucket with some questions. I will randomly take one and I'll ask you. So please raise your hand who want to join with me to share your insights.
We have Srikant.
Okay. Srikant. Hi, Srikant. How are you?
Yeah, I'm better than good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fine.
That's nice to hear that. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Chalk and Duster. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I put one question for you.
Okay.
So let me see what it is.
Hmm.
The question is, if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake?
Thank you very much. Good evening once again. It's a very interesting thought that once we start learning from our mistakes, why are we being afraid? The reasons could be varied, but I strongly believe that it is the fear of repeating the mistake that we are not trying to do or trying to learn. We are afraid of what the world thinks about it, what the people around us are thinking about what mistakes we make. Rather than seeing a mistake, we should change our mindset and think it is not a mistake, we have not done it the right way. When you say it is a mistake, you're literally giving a negative thought to your mind and you're trying to get away from that rather than pursuing and not making the same mistake that you call and move forward. So it is our limited belief that when we make a mistake, the people around us are going to find fault with us. It should not be that. It is something that we learn and we see that doesn't happen again. So mistake is not really the question. The question is that why are we scared? And I'm sure if we reflect upon what we have done, we will be able to change our idea of making the effort in the right direction. And also, I believe it is something that we get from outside, what we think as a mistake. But once you start believing in yourself and once you start doing it from you, from within your heart and your conviction, there is nothing called as mistake. Remember, Thomas Alva Edison never made a mistake 10,000 times to invent the bulb, but he was not doing it the right way 10,000 times. There is no mistake in anybody's life. What we are doing is with faith and conviction. To the outside world, it seems to be a mistake, but to us, it is just another effort. We get back on our feet and we move forward and make our effort successful. Thank you very much, and back to you.
Thank you so much. It was an amazing speech, and you construe your positive thoughts using a beautiful example. So I think, yeah, if I talk about myself, I was afraid of making mistake. But right now, I'm not afraid of making mistake because I know that I learn from my mistakes. So I encourage each and every one to be brave enough to making mistakes. That is how you can start learning something new. So moving to the next one. Who is next one? Please raise your hand.
Who has raised his hand?
Okay. Hi, Madhu. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Imran. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fine. So here is your question. Let me see. Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know? Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know?
Okay. So basically, yeah, good evening and good morning to all. Thank you for this opportunity. The question is very it is individual dependent actually. Depends upon the individual thought process, how we face things. So it is always a good idea to question things. The questioning leads to a lot of clarity. Maybe it may be an external event or internal thought process. You should always make a habit and should not settle for anything that is thrown at you. So you should think from all aspects of the context of it, and based on that you should construe your outcome or the inference, and try to take away from the questions. When you pose questions, it will give you a different perspective, and if you are asking others the questions, and it will give you a lot of insights from the different person and their point of view, and it will also help you to see the things or the blind spots which you might have not seen when you are just settling in. So the idea is to always raise a question and poke more, and try to get clarity and introspect about it, and try to learn something from it. That's it.
Thank you so much, Madhu. It was really amazing speech. Yes, obviously, if we don't know, we have to ask to the expert. Sometimes we feel shy to ask, but I think it is really a bad idea not asking what we don't know. We have to ask for learning. Thank you so much for putting your great insights to us. So who is the next one? Please raise your hand. Hello, Primila Das. How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to see your great smile on your face.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. So for you, my question is, if happiness was the national currency, what kind of work would make you rich? If happiness was the currency, national currency, what kind of work would make you rich?
Everybody have heard the Alibaba story, right? So when the Alibaba said "Khul ja sim sim," and the cave was open. So like that, the happiness is. The happiness is like a cave inside us, and we have to say "Khul ja sim sim" with our purpose and with our passion. The passion and the purpose is within us, and that makes us happy every time. And if the happiness was the currency, yes, I would have used that ultimate of using that happiness as a currency to fulfill my purpose in my life. My purpose in my life is to empower all the women and the teenager of this world, because I have seen the pain. A teenager parent with teenager not having a line, the problem, the struggling they're having. So the happiness I will get by making the equality, the happiness towards all the teenagers and the parents working towards the same goal. The women which are inside the cocoon, to cut the cocoon and fly like a butterfly and reach the sky, which I have implemented in my life. Of getting, when I was in the cocoon of a, as a victim in a family, when I broke the cocoon and I got the happiness and I reached the sky today, being a founder and being an author and being a coach in my life. So that is the happiness of the thing. So work towards your passion, work towards a purpose, and that will give you the happiness and to make the world a happy place. Live with your happiness every moment. What value you're adding to the people, what value you're adding to yourself, and what value you're adding to the world. So live, make a life a better life with happiness. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Great, great. Thank you so much. Yes, we have to add happiness to others' life as well as our own life. Thank you so much for putting your great insights to all of us. So I would request the last one. Who want to be the last one for today's table topic segment?
You may take Dasarath.
Can I raise that? Or we are waiting for some guest. If we are waiting for some guest, we may. Otherwise, I'll take one.
Yes, we encourage guests to speak.
Dashrath sir, will you like to participate?
Wow. Hello,
Yeah.
Dashrath. Hello, Dashrath. How are you?
I will give it a try. Yeah, I'm fine, absolutely fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fine.
Thank
We
you.
are really glad to have you in our club meeting. It's a
Yeah.
really pleasure to have you.
Same from my side.
Wow. Okay, so my question for you. When was the last time you tried something new? When was the last time you tried something new?
Okay. That's a very interesting question. The word new itself is a myth, because every time when we say the new, we try to do something extra over and above our normal condition. But every moment, every second, we are doing something new. Right now, when I'm speaking, I am 1 minute old. It means I am getting mature by some time or some moment. So that's a new thing. But our mind doesn't understand. The mind understands only the word new. When we say the new, we imagine that something has to be different over and above the normal situation. But everything is a different. That's the lens which we are wearing. We are looking from this perspective. We have need to broaden our lens, binocular, new binocular. Then everything is new. If you believe the thing is which is old, it became new, and the new which is new, it became old. I mean, it's a zigzag world, it's a top story world. Either you think in this way or that way. When Gautam Buddha was asked after attaining the nirvana under the tree, people were very curious to know what he has attained. Gautam Buddha was calm, and the reply he gave to the people is worth noting. He said, I have not gained anything from nirvana. I repeat, Gautam Buddha told to the people, I have not gained anything, but I've lost my identity, old mindset, negative belief, old blueprint. So people are always seeking, what I mean to say, people are always seeking when you go for the training or all those things, what new things you have learned. But what I mean to say that what old things you have dropped down. When you drop down that old things, then only some space will be there in your neurons so that you can absorb some new things. So every day is a new, every moment is a new thing. It's only the mindset or how you are approach it. Whether you think it's a new, it's a new. Whether you think it's a old, it's a old. That's what my perspective is all about.
Thank you, Dashrath. Thank you, Dashrath. It was an amazing insights, and it's with lots of new learning for all of us.
Yes.
So before the end session, I would like to say all of you that, yeah, I personally enjoyed so much of today's topic segment, and it was full of learning. So I appreciate, and I'm really glad seeing that you all taking the charges of speaking impromptu. Really a great try for everyone. So thank you so much for participating in today's table topic segment. So I over the charge to Master of the Ceremony. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Imran, for leading us to this impromptu speaking portion of our meeting. A minute of silence to vote for your best table topic speaker for tonight. So we have 4 speakers, and our tech master and presiding officer will help me to share the link in the chat. Raj?
Master of Ceremony one. We will share the link later. This will take some time to prepare for the best table topics.
Okay, yeah. So remind me later on that we will also going to give feedback to our speaker, Toastmaster Jai. And of course, moving forward, I think we're exceeding our time based on our schedule. The next portion of our meeting is a masterclass presentation. And tonight, our masterclass presenter is a founder of PlanMyTraining.com. She is a senior HR, L&D, and OD professional. She is also an author and a speaker. She is also a director at Salankar Consultants and founder of WHD Forum Foundation. Our masterclass presenter is also our charter president. I will now give the floor to our masterclass presenter, Lucky, our club president. Over to you. Take it away.
Lucky, you're muted. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm audible. Am I audible? Okay. Thank
Yes.
you so much. Thank you, DTM1. Almost about a month and a half of lockdown had passed. And suddenly it seemed that the life has come to a standstill. Where earlier there used to be no space for even a relaxed breathing. We were rushing through the day-to-day chores, rushing to reach somewhere, rushing to make others ready, the family, the friends, everywhere. It was a lot of hustle and bustle in the life earlier. Now, suddenly it seemed that every corner of life had got vacuums. I remember it was month of June. I got a call from my best friend from my college days. We spent hours discussing about our college days. We discussed about our thoughts, our feelings, those days that we had in college, and all these so many years, around 17 years had passed, and how we were missing the connect that we had during the college days. Somewhere our connection was lost. Although we were there always, we were there as best friends. We knew that I knew that she is there for me. She knew that I'm there for her. But still, we had lost that connection because we both were so busy. We both were busy with the hustle and bustle of life. This entire episode left me into deep thinking. And I thought, how days pass and we forget to take a pause, isn't it? Our days pass, we keep rushing through life, trying to do something every day, the morning is there and we are ready to rush through the life and we forget to take a pause. And that's what, my dear friends, we will be doing today in this session. In next 20 to 25 minutes, I will guide you through some small activities and we will take time to pause and reflect. So, first of all, are you all sitting comfortably relaxed? Because I'm going to make you do some activities. Great, fantastic. So let me share my slide and we will start. So relax, sit carefully, and if you want, you can just close your eyes for a few seconds. Close your eyes, and what we're going to do is we will be going through our life in a Google Map format. Let's look at our life like a Google Map, the way the map zooms in and zooms out. So just, if you want, you can close your eyes. Just think about your life. Just zoom out and look at it from a very wider perspective. Who all are there in your life? You have people from various fields. You have people whom you know, you don't know. There are several connections on LinkedIn, Facebook. We see so many unknown people, we meet people and all those. That's the entire world that you have. So that's the zoomed out view of your life, the whole life around you. Now let's get a little deeper. Let's zoom in and let's look at the next level, which is the level of our people that we know. We meet them often. We meet them once in a while, maybe in our in get-togethers, people who are somewhere related to us, So that is the second circle of our relationships. The first one was the external circle. Then the second, this one is the semi-external one. People whom we know, but we don't meet that much. Let's get now to the next level. Let's zoom in further. That's the inner circle, people whom we meet often, our colleagues, our friends, our relatives, we meet them often. Inner circle. Let's zoom in further. There comes the innermost circle. Your close relations, your parents, your spouse, your best friends, close friends, all those with whom you interact on a very regular basis. You are there with them together all throughout the innermost circle of relationship of your life. If you have your eyes closed, you can now open your eyes. That's the innermost circle. Can you just put down in the chat box who all are there in the innermost circle? Or rather, let me take you to another step. From all these, the innermost circle, can you just pick up one person who is the most closest one to you, the closest person? Can you write that in the chat box? Who is that person? Husband, okay, daughter, husband, mom, wife, right? Self, great. Great. All right. Wonderful. So father, wife, all these relationships. Now let me ask you a few questions. Let me ask you, these are the 3 questions. Just tell me, whomsoever you imagined or the innermost circle, would you like to hurt this person? What are the answers? Of course not, right? Why? Would you like to ignore this person? Obviously not. Would you like to criticize this person on every small mistake? What are the answers? Yes, no. Obviously, no, right? I'm seeing on the chat box, no, no, no. Big no's. Yes, of course. Nobody would want to do that. But my dear friends, let me go back to that circle. Let us reflect once again. What happens? Whom do we ignore the most? Isn't it that your wife must have told you at times, hey, you ignored me, you didn't pick up my phone? Our mom, we hurt our mom the most. I think that's true with me. I think that's true with many. The innermost circle, we don't take care of them as we should. Do you agree with me or not? As our circles of relationship gets internal, the way we zoomed in on our Google map, our behavior is also changing. When we meet people whom we do not know, the people who are at a shop, even a stranger, we smile back to to them, we say thank you. So nice of you, isn't it? But how often do we tell this to our innermost circle? How often? We say thank you, we compliment people, amazing, and even I do that. All of us do that on social media. Wow, wonderful, amazing. How often do we do this with our close relationships? Aren't we ignoring them? Don't we knowingly or unknowingly hurt them by pointing out the smallest mistakes that they do? Let me take you one step further from here. Now, let me ask you, is this person always there to listen to you? Can I see some answers in the chat box again? Always there, yes. Meena has said yes. Chariro, yes. Always there to listen to you. Always, 100%, 100% of time. Are you sure? 100% of time, the person is there to listen to you. My second question, no. Meena has said now, change in the answer, no, not 100% of time. Okay. Any other changes? Free to do so. Another question, is this person sharing every feeling and every emotion of theirs with you? No, 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 no. Are you sharing each and every feeling and emotion with this person? Not always. No. Shilpi has said no. Last question. This is the answer of the last question. Meena, no, not always. Yes. All right. No, others, please share your views. Are you sharing all your answers to all these questions? Yes, no. Can I get for a few more people participating in this? Yes, no. Dashrath, yes. Meena, no. So let me ask you, let's get to the circles of our relationships once again. There is one more level to our circles of relationship, which we forget, and that is our internal circle. We said that we don't want to ignore people who are very close to us. We don't want to hurt people who are very close to us. We don't want to criticize people who are very close to us. What about self? Aren't we ignoring ourselves? Pause and reflect. Don't we criticize ourselves for every small mistake that we do? Don't we hurt ourselves by saying mean words? Even a small pimple on the cheek, we ignore this pimple of others. Do you pay attention to the pimples of others? But when we see on our face in the front of the mirror, oh shit, what the heck? I'm sorry to use this word, but we do that, right? We ignore ourselves, and that is something which I strongly believe. This episode of my discussion, my talks with my best friend after years left me into this deep thinking that we don't take pause. We don't even try and connect with our own self, isn't it? We put so much of pressure on ourselves. We put so much of judgments on ourselves. We don't keep judging others, but we keep judging ourselves. Isn't it that we are our best friends? Can we be our best friend? Of course, we can have best friend. I'm lucky to have great friends with me. But why should I ignore myself to be a best friend of me? That's the question that I would like to put forward today. So, my dear friends, let's take care of our own self. And we all know, we all have heard this, let's take care of our body, mind, soul. Body, of course, I don't need to get into that. We all know exercise, yoga, and all these things we need to do. soul, of course, I would like to emphasize, how can we take care of that? Okay. Someone, I'm seeing the chat box, and Meena says, I'm not my best friend. We must be our first best friend. I do agree. Absolutely, Meena. Absolutely. You may not be your best friend. I can say that I'm not my best friend because I think I keep criticizing myself. I ignore myself, but I can choose to do that. I can choose to be my best friend. So how, if not best friend, but we can take care of ourselves. We should not ignore ourselves. And that's what is the innermost circle that I'm referring to. So the soul, coming back to the soul part that I was talking about, body we can take care through exercise. Soul, how do we take care of our soul? How can we do that? Soul will be happy when we will be happy. When we will be happy, our people around us will be happy. When everything around us, when we stop criticizing ourselves, when we stop being judgmental towards ourselves, I think we will be more happy. When we try to become our best friend, we will be more happy. And when we will be happy, we will take care of our inner circle, our close relations better. Isn't it that when we are sad, when we are angry about something that has happened, we construe every statement of our relations. Anyone says a statement, we try to construe the exact meaning. We try to analyze and find out what does this mean? And we try to be judgmental on each statement, isn't it? So let's start being our own best friend. Let's start to be happy from inside by stopping to be judgmental, by putting less pressure on ourselves. It's good to try new things, to find new paths, but it's also good to be as you are. The second thing that I want to put forward, soul is fine. Now about mind. Mind is something which we can take care by one thought that I would like to share. Mind is our greatest enemy, and mind can be our best friend. I have read several self-help books. Most of the books say that mind is our enemy, mind is our friend. We need to work on it in a way that it becomes our friend, isn't it? There is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 6, shlok number 6. If you get time, try to find that out and see that even Lord Krishna says to Arjun that if you take control of your mind, it can be your friend. But if you are not able to control your mind, it can be your enemy. But I know, saying is easy, but controlling mind is not easy. We all know that. So I have shared, I've come up with few techniques. Many of you might be aware of this. I'm going to share 3 techniques to take care of our mind. 1, SWOT analysis or strength analysis. I want to emphasize on strength part. SWOT stands for 4 things, which is finding our strength, our weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So these are the 4 things. Take time out and do your own SWOT analysis. Every industry, every organization, they do their SWOT analysis. You know, when I was thinking about this topic, pause and reflect, there was another thought that came to my mind, that pause and reflect is PNR. There is another term, PNR, which is used by organizations, P&R. You all must have heard about that, P&R, Public Relations Department. You've heard about it, right? Every organization has got public relations department. There are people who are expert in that. Can we as individuals have our public relations department too? We do that externally. We try to gain expertise on public relations. We put our best foot forward when we are in a gathering or we are meeting friends, we are complimenting everyone, but can we do that PR with ourselves? So personal relationship, can we do that? Let's put this PNR as personal relationship for our own self. And that can be done by SWOT analysis. I want to focus more on the strength part. And this is one methodology that we can use to do our strength analysis. I have derived this methodology and I have used this with my students and it works wonderfully. So what you can do to do your strength analysis is that first, find out what are the things that you have been rewarded on in the past. Have you been awarded or rewarded or appreciated? Second is appreciation. Have you got any appreciations? So what are those things? Try and jot down those on a piece of paper. What are the things where you got rewarded, you got appreciated by others? What are those things in your life? What all you did, where you got these? What are those things? Now from here, another is, what are those things that you like doing, that you enjoyed? While you were doing, you didn't realize that time just passed off and you were just engrossed into that. So what are those things that you like doing? And what are those things that others want from you? Others come to you to ask your expertise, to have guidance from you. What are those things? So this analysis of these 4 areas can help you build your understanding on your strengths. So that is another thing that we can do to do our mind, to have control on our mind. Second thing is goal setting. So the first thing was SWOT analysis and strength analysis. Second is goal setting. I don't know what happens with you when you don't have a goal, but I have seen myself, when I don't have a goal, I feel lost and I feel depressed. I start feeling depressed. So I feel that our life should be like a car having a destination always. Because a car without a destination would just roam randomly here and there, would not reach anywhere, and it will lose its fuel on the way. So the car of our life should have a destination. Otherwise, our life's fuel would be lost and we would be lost. We won't reach anywhere. So your life's fuel must, or your life's goal should always be there. The destination should always be there, so that you know where you need to refill the fuel. You know where all you will get the gas. You know that these are the places I am going here, and these are the things which will give me the strength, which will give me the fuel back, and I will have the strength to reach my destination. So goal setting is something which is very important. I have seen this in my life, and I strongly recommend that. And last, third step, keep working. Again, I would refer to Bhagavad Gita here, because that is the book that I'm reading right now. Lord Krishna says, don't focus on the result. If you have heard about Bhagavad Gita, how it starts, Arjun was totally depressed. He didn't know what to do. He was confused. That's where the preachings of Lord Krishna started. And his his one of the major preaching was that you need to keep working. You need to keep working without focusing on the result. So whatever is the result, keep working. So that's what we need to do. So I would like to again conclude by saying, pause and reflect often. How often do we do this? How often do we sit and reflect on our life, on our goals, on our destinations, on our relationships, on our behavior with our relationships? How often do we do? Let's pause and reflect. Let's pause and reflect. So hold the line and pause and reflect often. Thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you very much, Lucky, for that wonderful masterclass presentation. Pause and reflect. Keep working on your goals and keep aiming for that goals and dreams that you have. And I like what you mentioned, don't pressure yourself. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not pressuring all of you. Are you still with us? Are you still smiling? So continue that smile, okay? By the way, I would like to say thank you to our friend Imran for bringing his nephew to the meeting. So thank you very much for exposing a young individual to a self-growth and self-learning. And I believe he will learn a lot from our masterclass presentation. Okay, moving on. It's time. I think Raj is ready for the feedback form. Raj,
Yes,
did you share it in our?
we have shared the feedback form for masterclass speaker like in just in chat box.
Okay, so a minute of silence, most likely to fill up the feedback form for our masterclass presenter. 1 minute starts now, Mr. Timer, please. Thank you.
One minute done.
1 minute is done. Thank you. Okay, moving on. I'm still submitting my. All right. Okay, I think everyone already submitted their form. So again, thank you very much, Lucky. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to our next part of our session. I would like to call on our prepared speech evaluation. And tonight, she doesn't need an introduction because she's a part of this family. She also did a masterclass presentation and did a speech before. Our speech evaluator tonight is Toastmaster Sunita Chaudhary. Toastmaster Sunita, over to you.
There is change. I would be doing evaluation. She had got some urgent work, so I would be taking her place today.
Sure, let's do that, Raj. Okay. I'm following my schedule. Let's do the changes that you requested. So you want masterclass evaluation first? Oh, you're muted, Raj.
I would
Go
be
ahead.
doing prepared a speech evaluation for GIS speech. Then we'll go with master
Yes, that's
class.
what we're doing. Yes, yes. I have Sunita to have prepared a speech evaluation for Jai, Toastmaster Jai. That's what I mentioned.
I
Over
would
to you, Sunita.
I would be taking
Sorry?
for I would be taking for
Oh,
Sunita, please.
okay, okay. I did not get that. I think we don't I don't realize Sunita is okay. Raj, please go ahead for the changes.
Thank you, Om. Thank you so much. Greetings again, everyone, and happy birthday to prepared speaker Jesse, first of all. What a great day for you, as on this your birthday, you are completing first project of level 5 and you are developing your vision in the form of your speech. Really great to listen you always. I have listened you earlier also, and really you are very good as a speaker, I feel personally. And it's really an always pleasure to listen you, Toastmaster Chair. And great to have you today in our club meeting as a speaker. Yes. So what I loved a lot in your speech, Toastmaster Chair. In a speech, content is a king. And when we have a solid content which adds a value, which brings meaning, which relate with us, which relate our life, our purpose, this really connects a lot with the audience. And it connected well with me too as your speech, Toastmaster Chair. I loved this throughout. What else I loved? I loved you give your purpose in the form of three vision, which you spoke about money, asset, new skills. The clarity in your vision was very specifically clear. So this was really well put forward, and I love that. In your speech delivery, you were very calm, composed throughout. You were mentally prepared that you are delivering your speech. You were very well prepared for that. And your fluency, your transition, your smoothness, your delivery voice, I loved throughout. And it kept me binded throughout your speech, Toastmaster. Coming to few points which I feel what could you implement further to take this your next level. During delivery, I was observing your camera was not at all connected with the audience. I was feeling there is decline in your audience connect with the camera. I had felt so. Second point, for work to have in such a speeches where you are presenting your vision, use a PPT, use one slide at least, I feel personally. On that slide, write mention specifically these are your goals and how these are going to achieve. I mean, these are your goals and what are the process? What are your strategy which you are going to adopt to achieve your that vision? This could have given more clarity or more solid content to us as an audience. But it's my great pleasure to listen you as a speaker today, and I'm very sure that in your next birthday, I will listen your this speech again, where you would be sharing next path with another great vision of your life. My best wishes to the speaker, Toastmaster Chair. Back to you, Master of Ceremony, Bon.
Thank you, Raj, for stepping up to evaluate our speaker's speech for tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you. Moving on, I would like to call on our masterclass evaluator, and I have a very great introduction about our masterclass evaluator. Carrero is a copyright consultant and the author of The Scars Beneath Our Bracelet. Her creativity is fueled in kitchen adventures, writing, and calligraphy. Wow. She has served as a masterclass and speaker in both Toastmasters and non-Toastmasters circles. Our evaluator has been a Toastmaster since 2012 and was the 2019 Qatar Talks champion speaker runner-up. She is a member of the District 116 Toastmasters Speakers Bureau, an award-winning Toastmaster under both District 74, representing Botswana, and District 116, Qatar. Please help me welcome our Masterclass Evaluator, Tariro Matibiri. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Allow me to begin my evaluation of my speaker today. People who do not construe their life and don't frame their own tale stay on the sidelines and remain only an act without a story. Mr. MC, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and my target speaker, Lucky, good evening. Lucky, I loved your speech, particularly the topic, pause and reflect, which is a phrase that not only allows you as the speaker to pause and reflect, but us as the audience to pause and reflect. I commend you on the structure and content of your speech, from the introduction to the body and finally the conclusion. There was a clear transition as you opened and moved on to how COVID affected everyone, as well as the background on why we all need to pause and reflect. You also moved on to show us the background on why pausing and reflecting is important, in addition to circles of relation. This allowed your audience to follow your speech logically from start to end. I also commend you on your use of rhetorical devices, especially when you connected life to the use of the Google Map, because we all know what a Google Map does. And it allowed the audience to zoom in and zoom out as the way a map normally would. I have a small recommendation when you're working on your speech in future. Your masterclass session had a few doses of filler words, such as I. Your audience will tend to become slightly distracted by filler words, and they may not digest some of the content of your speech. If you could work on that, it would work wonders. I also commend you on your use of visual aids and personal stories in mentioning your best friends. We were able to see the relationship of your friendship with your best friends, and the visual aids allowed us as the audience to flow from one step to the next. Lucky, you had great use of speech structure, content, rhetorical devices, visual aids, and personal stories. Just a few changes regarding your filler words, and your speech masterclasses will be part of the cream of the crop. Thank you once again for reminding us to pause and reflect, and to stop judging ourselves too harshly. In so doing, you taught me, and I'm sure the audience, how to hold the line, and the line of strength that is needed to push us through the fears and challenges that we face in life. Over to you, Mr. MC, and well done, Lucky.
Thank you very much, Tariro, Toastmaster Tariro. Thank you very much for your feedback to our masterclass presenter. Moving on, I would like to ask, can we extend the meeting for 10 minutes? I think it's already 8:25 Indian time. So can we have a 5 to 10 minutes? Second the motion. Okay. Pradeep, second the motion. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I would like to ask our timer, our dear friend Pradeep, to have your report. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you very much, DTM1. So today's timer report is the first prepared speaker, Jai Singh. He took 6 minutes and 58 seconds. And the table topic, the first participant was Shrikant. He took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Second participant was Madhu. He took 1 minute and 44 seconds. Third participant was Pramila Dias, and she took 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And the fourth participant was Dashrath. He took 2 minutes and 11 seconds, both same. Coming to the masterclass, Toastmaster Lucky, she took 25 minutes and 30 seconds. Great. And prepared speech evaluator, Raj Bharat, Toastmaster Raj Bharat took 3 minutes and 13 seconds. And lastly, masterclass evaluator, Toastmaster Teriro Dorcas, she took 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Thank you very much. Over to you, Master of Ceremony, Bon. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your detailed timing report. Okay, moving on. I would like to call on our grammarian report. Shelby, take it away, please.
Thank you so much. And before I start with grammarian report, I would like to thank Lucky for the the kind of pause and reflect you have done with us today. So that was very, very important for all of us, I believe. All right. Okay. So without taking much time, I would like to mention something. See, one important thing is when we talk about our mother tongue influence, and that everybody of us have. And when I'm talking about as grammarian, or when I'm talking about like what are the things which we should improve, there are few jaw exercises like which can be introduced in our regular thing, like when we are talking about treasure, measure, so these are the things. This cannot be treasure, this cannot be measure, it has to be treasure, it has to be measure, right? So these all things can be very easily worked upon if we can incorporate various jaw exercises. And these are very basic jaw exercises. You can get it on YouTube also. I do not have that time to tell you over here, else I would have done that. So we can incorporate that one thing. Second, when we are using past tense and present tense, we need to see that where are we using presenting or presented. That has to be seen. I'm not pointing out any particular word, I'm just quoting the example, so do not try to search that with any speaker. These are the examples only. And also, when we are, as has been very well pointed out, then we are when we are using pauses in between where it is not required, it turns we start thinking that what has to be there, so little less pauses has to be there. Use of and, a, and the, unknowingly we take it, uses of, we use and, a, the, this use comes to us unknowingly, without identifying. We say and we went there, and the, so these has to be like, the has to be used with proper noun, where we are using has to be used there. So we have to be very cautious about it. Now when we come to vocabulary part, we can incorporate, we are doing this Toastmasters or anything speaking to enrich our vocabulary. Along with enriching our tonality, enriching our way of presentation and speaking, it is important that we should enrich our vocabulary. So I thought that I can at least take basic two words today, like thankful. We everyone use this word thankful, right? We are so thankful to hear to you, we are so thankful to hear to you. So why don't we use, in spite of thankful, pleased, glad, grateful? These can enrich our quality of speaking, and we can add on these words. And if we took love is one of the basic word. It was a great pleasure, we loved, so something, some these words can be replaced with much better words. So we can, I think we can start replacing one of the very common word with much better words, so that can enrich our vocabulary. That's all, and thank you so much. You're
Very much.
muted.
Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Shelby, for your grammarian report. Appreciate your report tonight. Now, okay, my role as your master of ceremony is almost done. But before that, I would like to say thank you to all role takers. Thank you for participating. Thank you to our guests, and thank you, everyone. Now, I'm going to turn over the floor to our club sponsor and presiding officer, Raj. Raj, Over to you, please. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Bond, for this great session having a master of ceremony. Let's give huge round of applause with heart emoji to him. And also, you can turn your camera so that we can take beautiful picture of yours, everyone. Srikant, Veena, Sandeep,
With a heart,
Savanti,
Raj, with a heart as we do that signature.
yeah, we can do, yes.
I'm not able to turn my camera on, but my profile picture and the heart are on.
Yes, great, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So it has been taken, yes. So I have posted a feedback link for all the role players who came together and made this meeting very excellent. So kindly take a minute and please provide your valuable feedback to all the role players using the link which I just shared in the chat box. And also, I just shared the link for voting for best table topic speaker. So you can vote for your best table topic speaker also. All were qualified to get voted. We will take just 10 seconds to close the voting. Great, awesome. So let me announce the best table topic speaker, and there has been good competition between first place and second place, and the winner is Toastmaster Srikant. Congratulations, Toastmaster Srikant. Toastmaster Srikant, would you like to come on camera?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you very much. I was in a conference call with my office. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure and joy to be a part of your meeting. And today you had people from different nationalities chipping in. And Toastmaster of the day was brilliant. I really admire the way the master class as well as the TTM. Everything about your meeting was top notch. And I'm so happy that I've been with you. And as always, I keep telling you and the club that I go to and attend that Toastmasters is not something that you just enrich yourself, but you have to give back to your society, your community, and to your nation. You have to touch people's life and transform their life to make this world a better place. That's what Ralph C. Smedley had a dream and vision when he started this Toastmasters journey. I wish you all the very best and God bless you all. Good night and thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Srikant. I will share the certificate for being best table topic speaker, masterclass presenter, and being evaluator of masterclass. one-to-one after the meeting. And with this, we have come to the final moment of this meeting. I'm really grateful and thankful to everyone, all the members of the club and all guests and mentors and sponsors that we have submitted the chartering form of Chalk and Duster Toastmasters Club, and very soon we will have Chalk and Duster Toastmasters Club officially on the dashboard of Toastmasters International. With this, we conclude today's meeting, and we will meet again on next Saturday with new speakers, new role players, new master class with new set of energy and new learnings, of course. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us today. We stop the recording now.